Hello, in this video, we'll see item types in OpenBridge Modeler. So when we say item types, what actually we mean in OpenBridge Modeler? Let's quickly have a look. So this is a bridge model. Um, so let's say I have a pier here. So I can go into the properties. If you see if I selected the pier, we can see the properties here, some name and list. Pier consists of cap, columns and footings, and if I select cap, you can see select general. There are cap, solid material. Those are the informations data in here. Those are basically already given in the software. They are also item types, but they are given in the software. We don't need to customize or anything. It's coming with the software. If it works for you and if you got all those informations in there, basically probably you don't need another item type or so. And we can see any other one, let's say abutment, and we can have pile, cap, and also there are the same sort of things. In any element we have information attached with this, and that comes with the property, and that we can see in properties. We can print out, we can see in our reports, we can put in the drawings. So now, but let's say we need some other information or data for any particular element or some element that we don't have here. We want customize information data. That's basically we mean the item type, and that we can attach here. Now how it will look like when it is there, let's see. So let's have a look. This is an abutment cap, abutment, and you see if I go into cap, I have already, you see this is now abutment, and if I see cap, select cap, you see there is abutment cap item type. This is I have already attached. That was not with the software. I have attached here. So these are the item types. For example, we didn't have this information, this data. So we said, okay, we need this. So these are the item types here. So I have added. Another example is if I go in there, let's say for the piles, I have already attached. If I go into pile, you can see abutment pile item types. Number 1 pile here, which I have attached some item types. But if I go into number 2, you can see it's missing there, because it was by default like this, where I did not add anything. Like this one, number 3, number 4, they don't have those things, but on number 1 I have this abutment pile item types. That means I have attached these item types, and in these item types we have some data here. Those are the attributes and those are the data, and also there is another one at the end which I have added, is test, and then there is some numbers and these details is here. But if I go a little bit, if I increase it, you can see this test, all of those are data, but this is some drop down list. So from here, basically, if you say, all right, I have a pile but I need some information that I want to select from a drop down list. So we have done this one, so you can select on there. So you can select from there. So you can select all these done, and also you can do some drop down list, which is basically we called pick list. We'll show that how we created, how we have added all these things here. So let's have a look. How did we attach item types? So we see the item types will be resides in utilities in here, and we can see all item types are here. All these item types in the OpenBridge now added, and these are the item types we can add anytime with. We can attach to any element. We don't need to create. Those are already there. But it is not attached here already. So first how we'll attach. So let's have a look. Let's say if I want to attach on this traffic barrier, how we'll do that. So let's unselect this first. So if we go into, if we want to see here, there is no item type assigned. So we go into the utilities, we come here, attach, and usually it comes like this. There usually nothing selected. So we make sure there is nothing else is selected. So let's say we want this traffic barrier properties attached to that. So we have first selected the, then selected this from attach item, and that means these are the properties will be attached with that traffic barrier. So accept it. So I have accepted, and you can see those are the data properties created for this traffic barrier, and this is the item types for that. Now this is one traffic barrier, so we did that. I'll show another example. We can attach item type for the pile of the abutment. So to do that, we know that we can attach from here, but there is a little things work around we need to do, because you can see in the OpenBridge modeler, because of the how it is programmed is abutment. When we say abutment consists of abutment, cap, and as well as the pile. So that must need to be in a single, because that's a single library in an element inside. So that's put together somehow, and that's why, and that's by a wrapped element outside. So we need to take out that wrapped element, and then we can select individual element. So if we go here, we can see this is OBM underscore abutment. So this is the wrapped element, so we can take it out, OBM So now we can see we can select these elements separately. Now, okay, so if we go here, and then if you want to attach element, item for abutment cap or for piles, you can do that. Now, if I see here piles, and if I want to attach, there are two things. First is, if I select this, you can see all those 5-6 piles are selected once in one click. So if I attach, I'll do that now. What happens? Have a look. So if I do this way. We just make sure there is nothing else selected. So abutment pile. So if and then I accept it, you can see if I go in 2, 3, there is nothing, but it's basically, it is coming as one item type for all piles. Now, if you say, all right, because if all piles, if you want this way, you can have this. But if you say, no, I don't want this way, you can detach it. Taken out. And then what you do, you go into there. If you select, then you right click and it will go into one element. Now you can attach so you can see now in pile 2 I have done abutment pile as like it was previously with abutment pile 1, and you see in pile 3 there is nothing, pile 4 there is not that attached item types not there.